and also the world's most popular sport from the earliest men kicking rocks, all the way to us kicking such perfect balls like the World Cup ball. We have always had an urge to let out our excess energy. It is found everywhere on the globe, and there is no way to live without any influence of it. However, it's not the sport, but what is incorporated in the sport that makes it so spectacular. The sport comes down to one thing alone, the soccer ball. We have spent days searching for these experts, and unsurprisingly, they have been found in our jungle expedition in Gunung Lusa.
People will ask, where did this soccer ball come from? And the way it comes is from the smallest of things. It came from a pig bladder, and it moves all the way to the greatest soccer balls we see in UEFA, we see in FIFA. It's all because of human brains. It's amazing to see how all this came to be. It started with a pig bladder. Who could even think of that? Well, you can look at the medieval times. Kids walking around, although they barely ever had free time, they might see pig bladder. They took it around, kick it to two posts, and there you go. They play soccer. However, as time went on and people began to get more enhanced onto the sport, there was many problems with it. Number one, they had to kill pigs for the pig bladder.
Thank you, Peppa. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Daddy Pig. Like your shirt.
Very smart.
Thank you. Come on, let's play football.
Yes!
Go! Hooray!
Daddy, you've made your shirt all muddy.
Of course, Peppa. Football shirts are meant to be muddy.
Unfortunately, Daddy's happiness won't last long, as the whole family is about to be sorted to make a football. Family fun time.
Number two, imagine trying to kick that around. You could think of it as a flat soccer ball, that when you kick it, it gets cushioned every time. And although it was good at that time, as humans move forward, so does technology.
The next evolution in soccer balls was the vulcanized rubber. Vulcanized rubber was found by Charles Goodyear in the 18th century. And this, well, it seemed pretty good, right? Because now you have something that you can mold around a round soccer ball and kick around. However, there was one problem. The one problem was it seemed like you're kicking around a round, hard brick. And that was not the end of the soccer ball. Now we needed to change it up even more.
Although we went from a pig bladder to vulcanized rubber, we're going back to a bladder, but this time, not a pig's bladder. An average bladder that you would find if you take off the foam or the skin off of your soccer ball. Well, this bladder had some problems. It was too light or something like that, so what they would do would be that they would add a leather upper. What that leather upper would do would be that it would cover it and it would make it way more durable. But there were many problems with that leather rubber. The first one was that it was still really hard. If you tried to head it, or try to do something, or try to kick it really hard, it would be absolutely suicide. So that was one of the biggest problems. After that, it was highly absorbent, which meant that if it rained or if the field was wet, you'd be kicking around some wet clothes. Another problem was the air. If the air came out, and we're talking about really early, the air would come out. It's not like the seams or the strings that kept it together were airtight. So in the middle of the game, often what would happen would be that the air would come out and then you would have to pump it again. So although this was relatively new compared to the pig bladder and the vulcanized rubber.
As it all comes down to modern day generations, the soccer ball has evolutionized massively. No more animal parts or rubber is being used. Now it comes down to synthetic leather that scientists create to suit the needs of a soccer ball. Things like aerodynamics, rebound tests, weight, circumference. The bazooka averagely weighs about 437 grams. And Adidas had took over 2.5 years just to create the ball and over 600 national players. In comparison to the bazooka, this has 32 panels, while that has 8. Yet the bazooka is far more circular.